I feel like I definitely would have told myself to learn the business and just be more knowledgeable of the decisions that I was making. Because although, you know, I learned from some of my decisions, some of my decisions wasn't the best. And sometimes I just feel like I could have been more vocal about certain things at the time. Even though I was, it's like sometimes I just had to figure out a way to really say it in a professional way, because I'd just be frustrated, like, yo, this and this and this and that. And it's like now I've grown so much from that. And then even like if it's other women, or not even women, like anybody who want to pursue something, if you have a plan A, always stick with that plan A. Don't doubt yourself and be like, I'm gonna just go ahead and plan a plan B just in case. Why? Because the second that you put that in your mind, that's already putting that doubt in your head. So instead of giving up on that one way that probably didn't work out, find other ways to make that plan A happen. Because again, for me, I've been doing music for basically over 10 years, 11 years. It's about to be 12. And so it didn't happen overnight for me. And it was definitely a process. I definitely learned from my mistakes, and, you know, it's going to make or break you. So it's up to you. There's definitely a lot of sacrifices that goes behind like the success. Like there's a lot that people don't see what happens behind the scenes. And it's like, it's a lot. It's a lot, but, you know, you just got to handle it gracefully and just, you know, treat everybody with respect. Oh, I'm a hustler. I mean, I always knew that though, but like this journey has definitely showed me that I'm a workaholic. Can't nobody take that away from me. I work so hard, even when I'm not supposed to be working. I'll be doing the job for people who I ain't even supposed to be doing it. But it's like, I enjoy to work, and it's like, you know, and ain't nothing wrong with a helping hand. Like sometimes you got to do it yourself to help the people around you. If you ain't moving, then ain't nobody around you moving. I definitely got my work ethic from my grandma and my mother, because they worked so hard. My mom, she had 3 jobs at one point, and it's like she would just come home, eat real quick, get changed, be out. Come home, eat real quick, get changed, be out. Sometimes she'll spend time with us, of course, but she was a workaholic. And so, you know, she had to be able to provide for her 3 kids, because it's me, my brother, and my sister. And so I definitely got my work ethic from her, especially because watching her growing up and just like, you know, always having to work, it's like now that I'm getting older, I'm starting to understand what it was for. And it's like now I got hustle because one day I'm going to have a family of my own in the future, and I want to be straight. I want them to be straight. I want my family to be straight. So it wasn't a conversation, because my manager, he is my uncle, which is my mom's brother. So my mom, my brother, my sister, my entire family, my grandma has always been super supportive of me doing music. And again, I really got started into music when I was 10 years old. So I was such a young age, and it's like my uncle was managing me. And so it was something that it was inevitable we wanted to do, because we wanted to change our lifestyle. And my uncle seen the potential that I guess I had. Like he seen the potential in me. And so he was just like, yo, we gonna do this for real. And I had a passion for it. It's like I've been singing since I was so young. I always say that I've been singing since I was 7, but that's really the furthest that I remember. My sister, my mom told me I've been singing for so long. And so it's something that was in me, really, not on me. It was something that I definitely always had. My confidence was always there. I was always shy to perform, because I was always like, you know, back in the days, like when I was 10, going on probably through 16 years old, I was a little shy to perform, because I always felt like I was a little bit uncomfortable, and it's like I would want to be on stage, but I would kind of like hide behind my face. But now it's like I embraced it, and I just let it, you know, motivate me and push me. And it's like I want everybody to have a good experience of who Angelica Vila is as a performer. And so that's what I be having in the back of my head now. Now, like every time I do my performances, it's like go hard or go home, because you know you came here for this. So. Nah, that was back in the days though. I was trying back in the days, stuff like that. Because my uncle, he would have me like performing in the clubs. That was our little hustle and stuff like that. Because he's like New York's biggest promoter. And so he had his connections, like it was crazy. So I was so young performing for like people 21 and up. But I'm here today. It's part of the hustle. It's part of the grind. Actually, I'll just say communication, because honesty falls under communication, loyalty and communication, because without communication, there's no relationship. You have to be able to communicate your feelings, what's on your mind. And you got to be able, when I say you got to be able to communicate, I mean, oh, why you doing this, and that? So, you know, sometimes it could get to that point if they playing you. But if you're actually in a real relationship and you want to actually build a life with this person and it's a partnership, then you got to be able to hear one another out. You got to be able to understand and try to understand. Because I know sometimes we could try to listen to rebuttal, but really you got to try to listen to understand. So communication is key. But I'm always woke. I tell you that. I'm always woke and I pay attention. My intuition is so strong. So, you know, the only thing that I would say that, like, versus me now and versus back then is, like, I didn't really know how to communicate. That's why I always say communication is a huge part of it. Because, you can talk about how you feel, but you got to be able to explain and talk about it. You can't just be like, oh, like, you did this and you did that. You're not doing this right. And you're not, like, you got to be able to talk like an adult. So, yeah, it was like word vomit before. And it was just like, it was mixed, it was stirring with my emotions, but I would always be right with what I was talking about. It was just my approach was so wrong. But now, we good money, we good.